What's up? What's happening? How's everybody doing, man? This is the big homie, the DFS Jerusalem, and you can follow me, of course, on Twitter at DFS Jerusalem. Today, we're gonna be talking about a little bit of what happened last night. We're gonna be checking into that. We're also gonna be stepping into uh, this huge 10-game slate that we do have on deck for today. Cool. Just making sure everything's cool. The stream looks good. Okay, good here. Now, and normally I would go into the barbershop in the morning and do the live stream there. But a couple of things, maybe want to go ahead and get it done right now. Number one, there's only one game left to play tonight, and we're just jumping into the second quarter of that. That's the Golden State. That was the Golden State and Minnesota game. Also, I wasn't able to do the feature four plays. Sorry about that. And in the morning, a lot of people are going to come, and I have some early morning appointments, so I didn't want to get bogged down, and I really wanted to jump into this slate and get this thing popping. So we do have 10 games on deck. It's going to be a really nice slate. I'm pretty excited about it. Lineups are going very well from tonight. Actually, the one lineup that doesn't look good was the $1 single entry joint. I had the right idea by stacking the Wizards, but I just didn't have Bradley Beal, and I had Tim Hardaway Jr. I wasn't able to get to that lineup to make the change before lineups locked, so I was stuck with not only Gortat, but with Bradley Beal too. So that lineup went to shit. Not Bradley Beal, but Tim Hardaway Jr. So that lineup went to shit. But everywhere else, man, we're looking pretty good. Should be a profitable night. Not a huge profit. I played like $20 total across both sites. Didn't play a lot, but it's all good, man. I've got a little bit more to play with tonight. So let's go ahead, jump into tonight's slate. Before we do, there's something I kind of want to touch on. Okay, I want to touch on it, and this is the baseball Hall of Fame. Okay, and as you know, we had Chipper Jones was just inducted in there. It, it it was cool, good stuff. The Hall of Fame is great stuff. Okay, and then anytime that comes up when you don't have Barry Bonds making it into the Hall of Fame, you don't have Roger Clemens making it into the Hall of Fame. A lot of that from the steroid era always comes up, and I want to propose something. And let me know what you think about this. Hit me up in the comments what you think about this in terms of the Baseball Hall of Fame or any Hall of Fame for that matter, right? Let's just say that, all right, what's the most beautiful thing about the Hall of Fame is you getting the bust enshrined, your name being among the list of greats, and people being able to Google your name and see that you were a Hall of Fame XYZ. And you can't take away what these guys did on the field or on the court or in a race car, whatever they did. You can't take away what they did, right? And we look at the steroid era in particular and how many players were doing it and how many was swept under the rug and didn't get caught. How many people that are in the Hall of Fame now that probably did use some form of performance enhancing drug. Like we don't know. Everybody could have been doing this shit. You know what I'm saying? We just know who the people that got caught, right? So how about this? If you've got somebody, like somebody like Barry Bonds, somebody like Pete Rose, who was not being let into the Hall, not because of performance enhancing drugs, but because he was cheating, quote unquote, let him in. But just don't let him in by name. You let him in the Hall of Fame and you say, hey, this is player number 14 for the Cincinnati Reds into the Hall of Fame. Not him, but his numbers, what he did. Not him, he is not in the Hall of Fame, but what he did is in the Hall of Fame. You can't take away the record of what the player actually did. You just take away the name. And you give them an opportunity during a Hall of Fame speech, if they want to give a speech, you give them an opportunity to make some atonement for what they did, to apologize, to step up, to say, hey, I was wrong. This is what I did, but this is what I did with what I did. When I took steroids, but I hit 75 home runs. Yeah, I was betting on baseball, but I didn't bet against my team, and I'm sorry I bet, and this is what I did. I got more hits than anybody in the MLB history. Like, don't let him in by name. Just let him in. Just let him in, bro. Just let him in. That's my 2 cents on that. So let's go ahead and jump into today's 10-game slate. First game we got. Well, I'm going to go over some of the natty tellies for you really quick because I want you to have a look at that. I'm going to go over some of the national televised games. We've only got one natty telly on tonight, and that is going to be the Houston Rockets going to New Orleans to take on the Pelicans. That's going to be an electric game. I really think that's going to be a good one. I think there's a lot to be had in that game. This is going to be a really nice game. I'm waiting for that one. That's going to be good. So we got some other good ones too. Cleveland and Indiana. That should be a good one. Okay, Stanley Britt says their records are tainted, which means they're meaningless. And see, I see now, and I get what you're saying, but I want you to understand where I'm coming from. It's them that the ball didn't do anything wrong, the bat didn't do anything wrong, the home runs that went over the fence, they didn't do anything wrong. The player that hit them did something wrong. So put what they did in the record books in the Hall of Fame, just attach to it the player number and the team they played for. Do not, so that way, if somebody's like, damn, who was all in the Hall of Fame? Player number 14 for the Cincinnati Reds? Who the fuck is that? 100 years from now, and they Google it and they say, oh shit, it's Pete Rose. He was a fucking cheater. Or they say, oh, it's Barry Bonds. He was a fucking cheater. You know, especially if you're a guy that was a Hall of Famer before you got caught doing the shit. You know. That's just my 2 cents, bro. Because those guys need to be in the Hall of Fame. I don't give a fuck. It's not a Hall of Fame without Pete Rose. I don't give a fuck. And I'm a Yankees fan to the heart, to the death of me. But the Hall of Fame is a joke to me as long as there's no Pete Rose. The Hall of Fame without Pete Rose is a fucking joke. Like the hardest working athlete I've ever seen who did the most with the least was Pete fucking Rose, and he deserved to be in the Hall of Fame. Easy, easy, easy. All right, so. Then we got Indiana and Cleveland is a nice one. We got the Bulls and the Lakers. Ooh, remember that game? That was an old school game, Bulls versus Lakers. That's my first like real good video game. That was dope. Then we got Brooklyn Nets going to Milwaukee. That should be a good one. Of course, the Houston or New Orleans game is a nice one. We've got Dallas, with a super dope point guard that really wants to prove that he belongs. Is going to Dallas. We know how that works out. I like that one. Then you got my Knicks on a back-to-back going to Phoenix. That should be a good one. Then, of course, the Philadelphia Sixers and the San Antonio Spurs. So let's go ahead and chop it up, man. First game on the slate is going to be, you know what time it is. You know what we're doing. First game on the slate. Oh, 7:04. We go to 7:04. Yeah, let's go to the 7:04, baby. Let's get it. Let's go. We got the big homie Kemba Walker, man, holding court in Charlotte, inviting the Atlanta Hawks in. It's a 6.5 point favorite for the Charlotte Hornets. We've got the Hawks, man. Yo, and yo, this is Dwight was with the Hawks, baby. Dwight was with the Hawks. Dwight is at home. He's 8.8. I kind of like him here. I like him here. Now, DraftKings, the price is up. This the price is up on him, 8.8. But Dwight has been on a tear. He has been on a tear. He's been playing very well over the last few. 50, 49, 43, 48, 52. And I really think against the Hawks, he's going to want to light it up. He played him earlier this season at 6.7, played 33 minutes and had 39 points. That was nice. But I think Dwight Howard is definitely in play here in this spot. I really do. I like Dwight Howard. I think Kemba, of course, at 8.7 is going to be in play. Anytime you get Dennis Schroeder defense, that definitely is a play for us. You got Dennis Schroeder at 7.3, who I think is in play. I think he's had some pretty decent games against Kemba. Both of these point guards are kind of undersized and not very, very great on-ball defenders. So he could easily give it up. Yeah, he had 36 against them the first game, the only game they played this season in 32 minutes. So, yeah, I do like him. And that was in Charlotte, too. So he's been at the Hive already and has played very well. So I've got no issue there. Kent Bazemore at 5.1. Yo, that's sneaky. I like Kent Bazemore here at 5.1. I think he's in play. I kind of like Bazemore. I want to see what he's done against them last time. Because you know what? Batum is just not the perimeter defender he was last season. 21.25. That's not great. And only 26 minutes for him. But I still like him, though. I still do. I'm not going to play a big against Dwight Howard here. I don't think I can do that. But Batum at 6.3, looks to be usable. Marvin Williams has been going ape shit over the last few games, man. 35, 36, 21, 7, 18, 30, 34. So some very good games in that last 6-game stretch, man. 3 out of 6 really, really good games. So that's something that we can take notice of. Ersan Ilyasova at 4.5. That's fairly cheap. I don't want to play a big here in Atlanta, but maybe if I had to, maybe some Ilyasova at 4.5. Jeremy Lamb off of the bench at 4.8, definitely going to be usable for me. Lamb, this is a bounce back spot for him. Really did not play well last time out, and he didn't have to play very well last time out. He ended up with 13 points in 24 minutes. Before that against New Orleans, before that against Sacramento, 32.75. In his last game against the Hawks, he had 25.25 at 5.7, playing 38 minutes in that game. So, I definitely think that Jeremy Lamb is in play as a salary saver if you wanted to use that. Let's take a look at at the prices for the same guys over on FanDuel. This is what this show is about. This show is about the comparison between DraftKings and FanDuel. Okay, this is what this is about. So we got Dennis Schroeder 7.3, same price on FanDuel. That makes him a value. He's a highlighted value. Kent Bazemore 5.3. He's 200 more. Torian Prince the same price, so that means he is a value at 4.8. Yo, Ersan is only 4.1. That's definitely gonna make him a value on FanDuel. And Kemba is 8.3. Dwight Howard is 9.9. Dwight Howard is 1,100 more than he is on DraftKings. That means that FanDuel really thinks he's in a great spot, and I tend to agree. That's going to make him playable definitely on DraftKings. I'm not so sure about FanDuel, but definitely on DraftKings. Kemba is 8.3, and I believe that is cheaper. Kemba is cheaper on DraftKings. I mean, on FanDuel than he is on DraftKings. He's 8 point. Okay, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Kemba is definitely going to be playable at 8.3 on FanDuel. Batum 6K, a little bit cheaper there. That's decent. I don't mind if you play him. I don't mind that. Jeremy Lamb is going to be cheaper at 4.4 on FanDuel. So we're getting some value right out the gate. Like right out the gate, we're getting some value. Yo, if you're in the house, man, do not be afraid. Say hello. Chop it up in the comments. Make sure you leave a like. And make sure you subscribe to the channel, bro. Much love to you. Then we got Indiana going to Cleveland to take on the Cavaliers. 222-point total. The Cavs are at home, inviting over the Indiana Pacers. It's a 5-point differential in favor of the Cleveland Cavaliers. Now, we have seen where they're talking about Tristan Thompson getting the start here. They're going to be changing it up. Tristan Thompson should be getting the starting job, and they should have done that. They should have done that already. That should have been done. And at 3.6, if you tell me Tristan Thompson is going to get 20-plus minutes starting the game at 3.6 against the Pacers, who definitely struggle against centers, Tristan Thompson is definitely somebody that I think you can consider. I think this does help Kevin Love, allows him to roam freely around the perimeter and knock down that long-distance shot. I think that definitely makes Kevin Love playable. And this is on FanDuel. He's 3.6 on FanDuel. Let's check his price on DraftKings. Let's check the price. Let's go to DraftKings first. Go to Cleveland. Okay, so yeah, Tristan Thompson is 3.6 on. Okay, oh yeah, definitely 3.6. Kevin Love is 7.3 on DraftKings. He's gonna be playable, and the power forward and center eligibility. I kind of like that. I kind of do. Sean McClendon says Tyronn Lue is dumb for keeping Love at the 5 for that long, and I definitely agree with that, bro. Crowder should come off of the bench. Crowder, spark plug type guy. Dwayne Wade, spark plug type guy. Not every like full 30-minute starter type guy. That's not what he is. That's not what he is. So LeBron is in play. Love is in play. Isaiah 6.3, but I don't really love Isaiah in this matchup. Tristan Thompson at 3.6. Yo, Isaiah is such a defensive liability. We've got to turn immediately to the other side and see what we're going to get. Because if we get Darren Carlson is 6K, definitely in play here. We're not getting a big discount on Vic Oladipo at 9.5 at all. And we shouldn't, because I mean Cleveland gives it up to virtually every position. I do see him playing well at 9.5. Thad Young at 5'8" could be playable as well. This is one of the worst teams in the league against power forwards. Damn, Demonis Sabonis at 6.3. Damn, all these cats look to be playable, bro. Look at this Bojan Bogdanovic. Damn, they give it up. They give it up everywhere, man. But see, Tristan Thompson being there as a rim protector will definitely help them defensively. So I want you to kind of curb your enthusiasm, man. Don't go too ham playing a bunch of Indiana guys against Cleveland. But we will revisit this though tomorrow in the line drop. We are going to revisit this. I want to go check on some pricing over on FanDuel and see if we get anybody cheaper. Vic is 9.9. That's a little pricey. The Collison, an immediate value at 5.4. Love him in this spot. Going against the undersized Isaiah Thomas. No issue playing. Darren Collison is nice. He's cheaper. I like him here. 5.4. Definitely playable. On FanDuel, that is. LeBron is 10.9. Okay, check please. I mean, LeBron under 11K. Yes, you gotta play. You gotta give him a look. Love at 7.1. Of course, he is gonna be a guy you can consider. He's cheaper on FanDuel, but I think Tristan Thompson is gonna be pretty much like the stupid chalk. I really do. I feel the first chalk play I see on the slate is Tristan Thompson. I think a lot of folks are gonna grab a hold of Tristan Thompson. Let's look at some of his numbers and see what he's done against this team in the past. Let's take a look. Okay, 21 last year, 26, 18, 24, 22, 29. So I mean, he can score, bro. He can score. That 3.6 might be too cheap for him. And those scores were from last year when defensive stats weren't as much because blocks and rebounds. I mean blocks and steals are 3 points now. So Tristan probably would have had a little bit some better games. So I like Tristan Thompson more. I think he's playable. What about J.R. Smith? Nah, I'm not on J.R. Smith. 3.5, he's cheap, but I'm not on J.R. Smith. I don't think Vic Oladipo is not going to let J.R. Smith smash on him. He is not. He's not going to let J.R. Smith do him dirty. So I don't. As a matter of fact, Vic is going to destroy J.R. Smith. Damn, he's going to kill him. Next game we got, going back to draft, it's going to be Utah Jazz going to Toronto to the Air Canada Center to take on the Toronto Raptors. You got DeMar DeRozan at 7.6. You got Lowry 7.2. I think Lowry is easily in play here. We've got Jonas Valanciunas priced all the way down to 4.8. And you know what that's about? That's about Rudy Gobert protecting the middle. I think Gobert is going to be in play at 7K. I wouldn't have any major issue playing him. Donovan Mitchell at 6.7 looks to be playable as well. Coming off a really strong game last time out, I think he's in a good spot. Serge Ibaka at 4.8. Don't love him, but I think Derek Favors is playable at 5.4. Let's take a look. DeRozan is so cheap, bro. DeRozan is cheap. And he's going to be guarded by Donovan Mitchell. And DeRozan is not a guy, I got to go to the basket and, test the rim protector to get a bunch of points. DeRozan can shoot that mid-range jump shot all day long. And he's got, so far this season, he's seen him before drop 46 against him. So I think you got to give DeRozan a look here at 7.6. Him and Bradley Beal remind me of each other so much. Their games are so similar. So I like that. Sean McClendon says DeLon Wright in here. Okay, yeah, I can see that. I can see that. But your boy had the game last time, though. Fred VanVleet had a killer game last time. And it all depends if we think this game blows out or not. I think it stays close. Of course, you got the rim protection like Rudy Gobert, so you don't have to really sweat it. But 7.5 is the differential here. 207 point total. Let's go over to FanDuel because I want to get a look at the price differencing across both of the sites. DeRozan is 8.4. Okay, so that's good. That's a good omen. He's 800 more on FanDuel than he is on DraftKings, so I liked him. Kyle Lowry 7.8. Ibaka 5.7. Ibaka is way priced 900 more. Wow. Valanciunas 5.7. Rubio's down to 4.9, bro. You got to give him a look on FanDuel. Rudy Gobert 7.8. I think that's just about right. Donovan Mitchell 7.1 and Derek Favors 5.7. That Rubio at 4.9 is very usable. It is. Next game we got is going to be Los Angeles Lakers going to the Shy to take on the Chicago Bulls. Real quick, man. I like this game. I like this game. I really do. I think this is a really nice one. Okay, now Chris Dunn. It says here that he's out, but I think he could come back. Oh, the estimated return. Oh, has he been ruled already? Okay, he's out indefinitely with concussion system. Okay, he's out. Wow, he is out. So we got no Jerry and Grant. Excuse me. So we got Jerry and Grant at 6K. He did hurt his mouth, but I think he should be good to go, man. He had a laceration on his lip. He should be good to go. Zach LaVine at 5.9. I think that's cool. You've got Justin Holiday. I absolutely love Holiday at 5.4. I think he is definitely in play. Bobby Porter's at 4.7. Is somebody who I do like. On the other side, I think Julius Randle's in play. This is a nice Brandon Ingram spot for me. This is a really nice Brandon Ingram, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. This is a really nice spot for them. Maybe some Kyle Kuzma. This is a good game. You got a lot of young cats in this game. A lot of high energy, young play. This is a nice game right here. And I don't think people are going to love this game as much as I do. 220 is going to be the total with the Chicago Bulls favored by 4 points. If I got some differencing in pricing on FanDuel, I could go pretty heavily with this one. I like this because Chicago allows you to score. Chicago gives it up. We got Marketing 6.6. LaVine is 5.4. He's priced down some. Grant 6.3 priced up. Holiday 5.6. No big value on him. Randall is 6.7. No big value there. Look at Brandon Ingram at 5.8. Oh yeah, this is the Lopez brother joint. William Flowers, nice. Brook Lopez usually kills his brother. I'm just worried about his. Nice. I like that. That's a nice one. Brook Lopez, yeah, man. That good call, bro. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope at 5.1. Yo, I like Brandon Ingram though. 5.8 for Ingram in this spot is nice. It really is. That's cheap as shit. I like that. Portis is 5.45. I like him. I think Mirtic could show up in this one. I don't mind the price there. Next game we got is gonna be Los Angeles Clippers going to Memphis, going to the Grindhouse to take on the Grizzlies. I'm sure Memphis is the most injured team in the league right now and need all kind of motherfucking oh God. So Tyreek Evans, he's a game time decision. We got Drill Martin as a game time decision. Ben McLemore as a game time decision. Mike Conley, JaMychal Green, Chandler Parsons, and James Ennis all out in this game. So they are going to be dressing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 dudes, man. They're going 8 deep total with this one. So I think Ricky Reek could come back. Let's take a look at his ailment and see exactly what's going on here. He is specific. His location. He's got illness. Okay, yeah, he's good. He should be back. He should be back. And against the Clippers, at 7.8, I think he's going to be in play. On the other side, we got DeAndre Jordan at 7.2. Don't really love that. I do like Marc Gasol though. 7.7 for Marc Gasol. I kind of like this one. Blake Griffin at 8.9. He's going to want to get back on track and play a decent game. I've got no issue there. Wesley Johnson at 4.5 has been killing it. Sweet Lou at 8K is definitely going to be in play for me. And see what I like about this, if Sweet Lou doesn't start, that means it's going to be like a stagger situation where he doesn't have to face Tyreek defense the whole time. He can play some against the second team. I like that. And then, of course, Montrezl Harrell has been coming off of the bench and is playing very solid minutes. At 4.5, I think he is worth a look. Tyron Wallace at 4.2. If he starts again, you can look at him. But this is a game, you don't have to go too ham on this game because there's a lot of injury news and this game could be a dud. It really could be a dud. Let's go check out FanDuel and see what the pricing and differences are in terms of across both sites. Marc Gasol, same price, 7.7. Tyreek Evans is 7.9. He's 100 more. Andrew Harrison, 4.2. Rab is 3.5, and Dylan Brooks is 4.3. We've got Blake Griffin at 8.7. He is cheaper. That means he's going to be in play even more so in this one. DeAndre Jordan is 8K. I don't really love that one. Wesley Johnson, 4.7. Sweet Lou is 8.5, right where he should be in terms of what he can do, man. So next game we got is going to be the Brooklyn Nets going to Milwaukee to take on the Bucks here. Newly crowned All-Star, the big homie, Giannis Antetokounmpo is a game-time decision, and he's priced at 10.4. Let's take a look at his ailment, see exactly what's going on. Nothing really. He says, he feels ready to go. Okay. Antetokounmpo with a knee implied Wednesday that he likely returned to action Friday against the Nets. So if you can play him against the Nets, he's playable. 10.4. I don't have a problem there. Eric Bledsoe at 7.5. This is the worst team, one of the worst teams in the league against perimeter play, man. So you look at Bledsoe, you look at Giannis, you take a look at Malcolm Brogdon here at 5.5. All of those guys should definitely be in play for us. On the other side, you know, when do we get this? When do we get this game from D'Angelo Russell where we can trust him to play 20 plus minutes? If you give me 20 plus minutes of D'Angelo Russell, even if it's off the bench, the dude chucks up enough shots to where I think he's going to be usable. Now, he hasn't played yet. He hasn't played 20 minutes yet. He played 14, 15, and 15 in his last 3 games back from injury. But now, we at a point now where the price is stupid low. He's 5.2, okay, on DraftKings, and I think he's going to be playable. He is somebody that I think you can definitely consider. DeMarre Carroll at 5.9. He's going to be tasked with covering Giannis Antetokounmpo most of this game, so that means he's going to be on the floor a lot. I think because of that, and him being priced at 5.9, that's going to make him usable. I think that Giannis does free up. Giannis being out there and DeMarre Carroll defending him does free up Rondae Hollis-Jefferson at 6.5. He's going to be playable for me. And I would say that I would like Spencer Dinwiddie, but I'm kind of thinking that I'm going to go D'Angelo Russell. I'm thinking I'm going to make a contrarian decision and go D'Angelo Russell and not have a lot of Spencer Dinwiddie. Let's take a look at FanDuel to see where the price points mesh. Let's take a look. We got, make this a little bigger. That's too big. Okay. So we got Rondae is 100 more, 6.6. I like DeMarre Carroll. He's cheaper here. Allen Crabbe, 4.6. Blah. Spencer Dinwiddie is cheaper at 6.1. D'Angelo Russell, oh my God. D'Lo is 4.5 in this spot. D'Angelo Russell is 4.5 here. If I can get 20 plus minutes for that, ooh, man. Giannis, 11.6. No way I can play him on FanDuel. Eric Bledsoe is 7.6. You don't get a discount there. Brogdon is 5.8. He's 300 more than he is on DraftKings. That's usable. I like that one. Next game we got is going to be the Houston Rockets going to New Orleans to take on the Pelicans. This should be a very nice game. This is going to be everybody's favorite game, no doubt. The Houston Rockets are taking a 3-point favoritism into New Orleans, where you got DeMarcus Cousins and Anthony Davis. Both of these cats are under 11K. That's going to make them both playable. You got Drew Holiday is 6.9, kind of like him. You got Rajon Rondo is only 4.7. You got Eton Moore is 4.6. Oh my God, I like a lot of this. Boy, I like a lot of this. But I gotta make a decision if it's a boogie night or it's AD. But I like a lot of New Orleans here at home. I'm trying to tell you. I want to see what he's done against them, man. Let's take a look, bro. Oh man, versus the Rockets. All right, Boogie, 56 in his lone game played against the Rockets this year, but he has a 71-point game against them last year. Let's take a look at. Are we back? We're good? Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I really like this slate, man. Okay. All right, so Capella Ariza is gonna play 50 minutes in this game. Ariza's gonna play forever. This is stupid stackable, man. You got Eric Gordon, who played with the Pelicans at one point. This slate's gonna be lit, bro. This game is lit. This is a lit game. Dang. I want to see what FanDuel says about the pricing. Because I guarantee you, Boogie and AD are gonna be priced way up. Look, 11.5, 11.7. They priced all the way up. Rondo 4.5. Yeah, priced all the way up. James Harden 11.4. Capella 9.78. Chris Paul 9.6. Like they're gonna be priced all the way up. Ryan Anderson 4.2. Yeah, you're gonna pay to get a piece of this game on FanDuel, bro. Next game we got is going to be the Portland Trailblazers going to Dallas to take on the Mavericks. And this should be like law, bro. I'm telling you, this should be like law. Point guards against Dallas. Dennis Smith Jr. Maybe Dennis Smith Jr. is staring down the barrel of some of the best point guard play that he's ever seen in his life, and he freezes up and just cannot defend these guys because they have been crushing him. He has been getting torched. And even though Big Game Dame is 9.1, I definitely think he is playable against Dennis Smith Jr. CJ McCollum at 6.8. I kind of like him in this spot against Wesley Matthews. Nurk at 6.5 is in play for me here. I do think we can play DSJ at 6.1. He's fairly cheap. And I like Harrison Barnes at 6.3. I think he is playable. Wesley Matthews kind of lit this team up the last time they played him, which was just a few days ago, I think. Yeah, it was just a few days ago. Yeah, 34 against him last time. So I would say that Wesley Matthews is going to be playable here. You got JJ Barea off of the bench at 4.6, who I do think is playable in this spot. This is another game that I think could be a good one, too. Let's check over on FanDuel and see exactly what the pricing looks like. Let's take a look. See if we got anything. Wes Matthews' revenge game. That's right. That's right. He did play for Portland at one point. He did play for Portland. Let's take a look here. We got DSJ at 6.5, Harrison Barnes 6.7, Dirk 4.8. No big discount over there. You got Big Game Dame is 9.4. Nice discount for Nurkic 6.6. That's usable. McCollum 7.2. No big discount anywhere. No big discount. Then we got Philadelphia and San Antonio. This is a game that I'm probably just gonna throw away. I'm not gonna have much exposure to this one, bro. I'm just not. The total was low. It's 203. Ben Simmons coming off of the best game we've ever seen him play. You got San Antonio at home, giving up 3.5. We probably get LaMarcus Aldridge back. Embiid is at 9.8. To me, this is a game that I really don't want to have much exposure to. I just don't. If I had to play anybody anywhere, it would be, Dario Saric maybe at 6.5. Ben Simmons is now up to 8.5. Like I'm good on this. I don't love this game at all. Maybe DeJounte Murray at 5.4, maybe, or some LaMarcus Aldridge, but I'm not a big fan of this game at all. I'm really not. There's got to be some insane value on FanDuel for me to even contemplate playing any of these cats. Look, Embiid is 10K, Simmons 8.5, comes in 6.3s. Nah, this is not the game for me. It's not. I'm good on that game. Ben Simmons follows up with a great game. He could on a 10-game slate. See, we were forced to Ben Simmons the other night. I mean, it was a small slate. You had to look at everybody, and everybody was injured from them. So it was like, yo, everybody's hurt. We got to take a look at some people, and that's what we did, and it turned out well. But I don't see that happening today. Let's look at the injury report for Philadelphia real quick. Trevor Booker, game time decision. Redick out. McConnell out. Bayless out. Markelle Fultz out. Damn. So that forces us back on Ben Simmons again. I mean, Justin Anderson, Amir Johnson, Rashawn Holmes, James Young. Like, yeah. Okay. So we're back on him again. Fuck it. We're back on him. Last game on the slate is going to be my New York Knicks. Coach 232, what's up, big homie? My New York Knicks going to Phoenix to take on the Suns. Kristaps at 8.3 on a back-to-back. I don't really trust it. All kind of funny shit can happen with Kristaps Porzingis on a back-to-back. He gets tired. You know how that is when he gets tired. So I don't know how you want to feel about that. But Jarrett Jack is jumping off to me at 5K. I kind of like that. Courtney Lee, yes. Devin Booker at 8.4. If there's any place to play Devin Booker at home against the Knicks, is the spot. I definitely like him. Tyson Chandler at 4.4. We saw Alex Len, sit out last time. And I think Marcus Chris sit out last time as well, and that created a bunch of opportunity for Tyson Chandler, who did not pay any dividends. It ended up all going to the homie off of the bench. Like it paid absolutely no dividends to play Tyson Chandler. It all went to Greg Monroe, and that could definitely happen again. So I'm going to be looking at him if all these other guys are out. If Alex Len and all the other guys are out, I'm going to take a look at Greg Monroe. He always kills the Knicks, I think. I think the Knicks really wanted to play him. I think the Knicks really wanted to grab him, and he just would not go to the Knicks. Like, we wanted him very bad, and he just would not go. He would not go to the Knicks. I think he's played well against them. He had 33, 39, and 41 in his games against my Knicks. So he always kills us, and that's dating back to Detroit. So I do like him. T.J. Warren, the game time decision, not a big fan there, and maybe Tim Hardaway Jr. Plays in this one. Let's take a look and see. Take a look. Hardaway has been ruled out for Thursday's game against the Nets. With Hardaway out, expect Lance Thomas and Dummy Dirt. So we don't know yet if he's going to be playing. And this is the last game on the slate, so please guard yourself when you go out and you look at Tim Hardaway Jr. because there's a chance that he could sit out again. So let's go ahead and let's go over to FanDuel. Take a look here. I'm gonna go to if the lobby is open, we can do something. Maybe create an NBA dollar joint, something to roll out. Let's take a look if we have anything. Okay, the signature dribbler. Yeah, Trey Burke has been getting those minutes. Trey Burke has been getting those minutes, definitely. All right, so let's go ahead and jump it off. We're gonna start at the point guard spot where I like Kemba. We talked about Dennis Schroeder being a decent play going to Charlotte. Dennis Smith Jr. at 6.5. Then we had Spencer Dinwiddie, who a lot of folks liked. He is cheaper, but Darren Collison really jumped off to me, and that is why I'm gonna give him that first point guard spot. We look at shooting guard. Victor Oladipo at 9.9. I'm really tempted to give him a shot here, but when you got Devin Booker at 8K against the Knicks, and he is priced cheaper than he is on FanDuel, DraftKings on FanDuel, that's something to behold, something to definitely take a look at. Then we're going to step over to the small forward spot. We're at 10.9. I personally do not see how you can avoid LeBron in this type of matchup against the Cleveland Cavaliers, so I'm going to give him the nod there at small forward. Then the power forward position. A lot of us liked Rondae Hollis-Jefferson. We talked about Ben Simmons and him just handling the ball forever because so many guys are going to be injured. Maybe that's somebody that we can take a look at. But we've got about, what do you have left in salary? About 5.95 in salary left. Well, let's go ahead and hit up Ben Simmons then and see what that does, okay? Okay, so now we have 5.4. So we need value at the center. We need value at the center, and and in this lineup we have absolutely no exposure to the Houston and thing game. We don't have any exposure to the New Orleans and Houston game, which could be a mistake. That could be a mistake. That could be a mistake for us. So let's get some cheap exposure. Let's get some cheap exposure. Eric Gordon comes to mind. Drew Holiday comes to mind. Maybe even because that game is gonna go. Yo, Eric Gordon is 4.8. Are you fucking kidding me? Ooh, Eric Gordon 4.8. That is crazy. Etuan Moore 4.8. Yes. So we do have some exposure there. We have some exposure there. I kind of like that. And then, so we've got 5.8 remaining for the last 3 spots. I want to look at center real quick and see if we can grab some exposure to center. Because we got an unusual exposure to that New Orleans game. I kind of like that. I don't think people are going to be all on that. Powell, you got Cantor, Valanciunas, Dwayne Dedmon, Greg Monroe. Yo, What do y'all think about one of the Lopez brothers? What do you think about Brooke Lopez? What do you think? What do you think about Brooke Lopez here? Oh, bam! Tristan Thompson, done deal. Tristan Thompson at center, starting for the cheap, cheap. Now, yeah, that's done. That's done. Definitely. So we got 1,400 left. Yeah, that's done for the cheap. We get him. So now we need a point guard, and uh we got 7K left per spot. We need a point guard, and we need a power forward. No way on Lopez. They said no way on Lopez. So who you like? Who you like? I'm tempted to go Kimba here. I'm very tempted to go Kimba. But there was another guy that I like. Let's take a look. There was another guy that I like. That I really like. Oh, there's a point guard that I really like. Lillard, Kimba. Let's go to FanDuel. What about TLC? Eh. Jerry and Grant could be playable. Yes, Jerry and Grant could be playable. Lowry, Dennis Smith Jr., Rubio. Yeah, Rubio. We can go Rubio for the cheap. Sean McClendon says Corey Kojo. Yo, I played the song. I played the song, so Kimba. I played the song. I'm gonna go Kimba. I'm gonna lock Kimba in right there. So now I got 5.7. I need a power forward. I really wish I could afford somebody. Okay, we got Favors, Henson, Marcus Chris, John Collins, Serge Ibaka, Larry Kyle Kuzma in the Chicago game. Bam. All right, that's it. That's the line. Get with me. This is the line. Okay, so the lineup for me is Darren Collison, Kimball Walker, Devin Booker, Eric Gordon, LeBron James, Etwan Moore, Ben Simmons, Kyle Kuzma, and I liked Russell. I did. I like D'Angelo Russell. I did like D'Angelo Russell. He's a shooting guard here. He's shooting guard here. So I have to choose between Russell and Eric Gordon, but I'm gonna roll with this one. This is what we got. So if you want a line to roll out, kind of hey whatever, rock with it, man. I think it's gonna be a very solid cash game lineup. I think Tristan Thompson is gonna see hella ownership in his first game back starting. I think LeBron's gonna be fairly high owned. I think Ben Simmons is gonna be fairly high owned. I love the Kuzma play. I like the Kuzma play. I like the Booker play. And I think the Gordon and Moore are going to be two of the least owned plays from that Houston and New Orleans game. So this lineup could be good, man. Shout out to everybody that has been enjoying the stream. Much love to all of you. Yo, if you want to get in with us, man, it's very simple. Because we do shit like this all day. Like, we do this shit all day in the sweatshop. So if you want to be a part of that, it's very simple, man. You go to the website. It is www.dfssweatshop.com. Upon your paid subscription, I will usher you. I will pull back the velvet rope and allow you into the very best Facebook group online. We just had some cats taking some stuff down. Shout out again to the homie Mr. Blevins as well as Samuel. I like to drum. There's two ways to get in, man. $14.99 monthly. That's 2 punk ass quarters. Half a cup of coffee a day. Get you in for a full month. We've got another plan where $119.99. Get you in for a full calendar year. And baseball is coming up. We're gonna continue to roll through basketball, and then baseball is coming up very, very short time. I think like 4 or 5 more weeks before baseball really gets into play. So come join us. There's much information in there for you. The same guys you see taking shit down are the same guys that are active in the group. And shout out again to the homie Omar Ricketts, man. Much love for you, bro. I love the way that you always have a positive attitude. You pull us together and pull us with a vision of going out and winning. Thank you all so much for being here. This is your big homie, the DFS Jerusalem. The number one thing I want you to do, man, is keep it real, keep it honest, and always, always keep it 300. Peace.